The story of Eve's encounter with the serpent in the Garden of Eden has captivated theologians and scholars for centuries. Traditional readings of Genesis describe the serpent as a cunning tempter who seduces Eve into disobedience. But what if there was more to this encounter? Some ancient texts, including Gnostic writings like the Nag Hammadi codices, suggest a deeper, more intimate interaction. These texts imply that the serpent, often identified as Satan or a fallen angel, did not merely tempt Eve, but engaged in a physical or spiritual act that resulted in the birth of Cain. This theory challenges conventional theology, painting the serpent as more than a deceiver and adding layers of intrigue to the narrative. If the serpent's act was indeed more than symbolic, it raises profound questions about the nature of sin and humanity's origins. Could Cain's conception represent the mingling of divine and demonic natures? The notion of a forbidden union between Eve and the serpent has been a recurring theme in esoteric traditions, suggesting that this act set the stage for humanity's struggle with duality: good versus evil, divine versus profane. The two seeds doctrine, a controversial interpretation found in some esoteric Christian traditions, posits that Eve bore two sons from two different fathers. Abel, the child of Adam, represents purity and obedience, while Cain, the alleged offspring of the serpent, embodies rebellion and sin. This dual lineage theory is rooted in interpretations of Genesis 3 verse 15, where God declares enmity between the serpent's seed and the woman's seed. According to this doctrine, Cain's violent tendencies and rejection by God are not merely the result of human sin, but evidence of his demonic lineage. Advocates of this theory argue that Cain's actions, the murder of his brother and his defiance of divine authority, reflect the serpent's influence. In this view, Cain's story becomes a microcosm of the cosmic struggle between good and evil, with his lineage carrying the mark of the serpent throughout history. This interpretation challenges readers to reconsider the nature of humanity's fall and the complexity of sin. Is Cain's lineage purely metaphorical, or does it suggest a literal blending of divine and demonic natures? The two seeds doctrine invites readers to explore the depths of this mystery, offering a lens through which to view humanity's ongoing battle with its dual nature. Genesis is conspicuously silent about Adam's response to Cain's conception and birth. Eve's declaration in Genesis 4 verse 1, "With the help of the Lord, I have brought forth a man," has been interpreted in various ways. Some see it as a straightforward acknowledgement of God's role in creation, while others perceive a veiled reference to an alternative paternity. Adam's absence from the narrative during this critical moment raises questions about his role and awareness. Cain's subsequent actions, his rejected offering, his murder of Abel, and his marked exile, further complicate the story. Was Adam unaware of Cain's true origins, or did he remain silent to preserve harmony? The lack of clarity surrounding Adam's perspective invites speculation about his relationship with Eve and the serpent. Did Adam sense a betrayal, or was he complicit in covering up an uncomfortable truth? The mystery of Adam's silence underscores the ambiguity of the Genesis narrative. It encourages readers to delve deeper into the text, seeking answers not only about Cain's origins, but also about the dynamics of the first family. Adam's silence becomes a powerful symbol of humanity's struggle to confront uncomfortable truths, reminding us of the complexities inherent in the human condition. The question of Cain's lineage has sparked debates among theologians and scholars for centuries. Some argue that Cain's serpentine nature is purely symbolic, representing humanity's fallen state and propensity for sin. Others take a more literal approach, suggesting that Cain's actions and rejection by God are indicative of a demonic heritage. In the spiritual interpretation, Cain's story serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of disobedience and the power of sin to corrupt. His failure to offer an acceptable sacrifice and his subsequent murder of Abel highlight the dangers of envy and rebellion. This view aligns with traditional Christian teachings, emphasizing humanity's need for redemption through Christ. The literal interpretation, however, opens the door to more controversial ideas. Could Cain's behavior and rejection by God be evidence of a corrupted bloodline? Non-canonical texts like the Book of Enoch and the Book of Jubilees hint at the existence of hybrid beings resulting from unions between humans and fallen angels. If Cain's lineage is indeed literal, It suggests a deeper cosmic struggle between divine and demonic forces, with humanity caught in the crossfire. Both interpretations offer valuable insights into the nature of sin and redemption. Whether spiritual or literal, Cain's story challenges readers to reflect on the complexities of human nature and the eternal battle between good and evil. Non-canonical texts like the Book of Enoch, the Nag Hammadi codices, and the Book of Jubilees provide alternative perspectives on Cain's story. These writings, often excluded from mainstream scripture, delve into the origins of sin and the cosmic battle between divine and demonic forces. They suggest that the events in Eden were far more complex than a simple act of disobedience. For instance, the Book of Enoch describes the Watchers, a group of fallen angels who defied God by taking human wives and producing hybrid offspring known as Nephilim. While Cain is not explicitly linked to the Watchers, the concept of intermingling between divine and human beings adds weight to theories about his dual lineage. Similarly, the Nag Hammadi codices portray the serpent as a bringer of secret knowledge, blurring the lines between good and evil. These forgotten scrolls challenge traditional interpretations of Genesis, inviting readers to explore the hidden dimensions of the text. They offer a richer, more nuanced understanding of Cain's origins and the spiritual forces at play in humanity's story. By examining these alternative narratives, readers can gain deeper insights into the mysteries of sin, redemption, and the divine plan for creation. The identity of the serpent in Genesis has been a topic of theological debate for centuries. While traditional interpretations view the serpent as a symbolic representation of Satan, other perspectives suggest a more complex role. Could the serpent's involvement in Eve's life go beyond temptation? Some esoteric traditions propose that the serpent's act was one of procreation, not merely deception. In this interpretation, Satan's role in creation takes on a dual nature. As a tempter, he introduced humanity to sin and rebellion. As a progenitor, he potentially influenced the human bloodline through Cain. This perspective reimagines the fall as a physical and spiritual event, intertwining humanity's origins with cosmic conflict. If true, this theory would make Cain not just the first murderer, but also the first representation of humanity's divided nature. The implications of this idea are profound. It redefines the nature of original sin and highlights the ongoing battle between divine and demonic forces in shaping humanity's destiny. Satan's potential role as a progenitor challenges readers to consider the boundaries between symbolic and literal interpretations of Scripture, prompting deeper reflection on the origins of good and evil. Cain's punishment for killing Abel was severe but enigmatic. God marked him, ensuring that no one would kill him during his exile. This mark, often interpreted as a sign of God's judgment, has sparked speculation about its deeper meaning. Was it merely a protective measure, or did it signify something more profound about Cain's nature? Some interpretations view the mark as evidence of Cain's unique lineage. If Cain were indeed the offspring of the serpent, the mark could symbolize his dual heritage, setting him apart from the rest of humanity. Others see it as a reflection of God's mercy, a reminder that even the gravest sinner is not beyond redemption. The ambiguity of Cain's mark invites readers to ponder the complexities of divine justice and mercy. It challenges us to consider how God's judgments shape human history and what they reveal about the nature of sin and forgiveness. Cain's story, marked by both curse and protection, becomes a powerful testament to the intricacies of God's plan for humanity. Eve's statement in Genesis 4 verse 1, "With the help of the Lord, I have brought forth a man," has been the subject of much debate. While it is commonly understood as an acknowledgement of God's role in creation, some scholars suggest a more nuanced interpretation. Could Eve's words hint at a dual parentage for Cain? One divine, one demonic? The phrasing of Eve's confession leaves room for speculation. Was she expressing gratitude to God, or was she alluding to a more complex reality about Cain's origins? If the serpent played a role in Cain's conception, Eve's statement could be seen as an attempt to reconcile this truth with her faith in God. This perspective adds depth to the narrative, highlighting Eve's struggle to comprehend her role in humanity's fall and redemption. Eve's confession serves as a reminder of the complexities of faith and human nature. It challenges readers to reflect on the interplay between divine grace and human responsibility, offering a glimpse into the profound mysteries of creation and sin. Cain's descendants, as described in Genesis, are often associated with technological advancements and cultural innovations. However, their legacy is also marked by violence and moral corruption. This duality reflects the tension inherent in Cain's story, the potential for greatness tainted by the stain of sin. Some interpretations suggest that Cain's bloodline represents humanity's ongoing struggle with its dual nature. If Cain's lineage is indeed tied to the serpent, it underscores the cosmic battle between good and evil that continues to shape human history. This perspective invites readers to consider how the choices of one individual can ripple through generations, influencing the course of humanity's story. Cain's legacy challenges us to confront the consequences of sin and the potential for redemption. It serves as a powerful reminder of the complexities of human nature and the enduring impact of our actions on future generations. The story of Cain's origins and lineage is a profound mystery that invites readers to explore the depths of scripture and tradition. Whether viewed through the lens of symbolism or literal interpretation, Cain's story challenges us to reflect on the nature of sin, redemption, and humanity's place in the cosmic battle between good and evil. By examining the various interpretations of Cain's story, from the two seeds doctrine to the insights of non-canonical texts, readers can gain a richer understanding of the complexities of faith and scripture. Ultimately, the mystery of Cain's father serves as a reminder of the enduring power of God's grace and the profound truths hidden within the Bible's pages.